Senators are supposed to come back to the Hill next week to vote on government funding, which includes funding for the Department of Homeland Security, for ICE, for FEMA, for a lot of different things to help people across the country. The House just voted on it. The Senate has to pick
All right, do we have audio? I think we have audio. I think we're good. Good start. Oop, watching Facebook. Ah. Oh. Give it a couple minutes. Wait for get in here. Can everybody hear me? Give a give it a like if you can hear me, okay? And feel free to ask questions in the chat if you would like. I'll be here to do that as well for you guys. Oh, alrighty. Everybody hear me? Everybody got me? sure we're good here. It's been a minute since I did this, but I still think I remember. Yeah, shows I got audio. That's always positive. Oh, my jacket giving out? I think my jacket's going. Great. Dupe. That's fine. My jacket doesn't. Alrighty. Gonna go ahead and get going here. Got a little bit to go through. Gonna first start with what the professional weather people are looking at. This is the GFS model. This is the 18Z. Came out at 6 o'clock this afternoon, so it's a couple hours old. Still gives us a good uh, perspective of what's going to happen. This is what most of the local weather stations are using to give you guys the info for tonight. Basically, um, what it's showing is, and we'll go hour by hour here. I think this one goes in 3 hour periods. Fine. Midnight, still have small plume of moisture around, a little bit of sleet to our north. Starting to switch over. Go through the overnight periods, 3 a.m. Kind of slows down for us. Starting at 6 a.m., freeze line hits us. Plenty of sleet and ice starting to fall around Montgomery County, Harris County, Fort Bend County, up northwest, east Liberty. We start getting in on the heavy action of ice. Okay. Fast forward till 9 a.m. tomorrow. We are still into the sleet and ice. Moisture remains down to the south as rain. But for us, it's just going to be a lot of ice. Like I said, this is the GFS model, the global forecasting system. This is what the local news places are giving you. So if you tune into them, this is exactly what they're showing you. Right? And we'll go through the differences between the models and what they're saying. This is noon tomorrow. The last pocket of heavy frozen rain is still in Montgomery County, but we're starting to see it push out here. Okay. Come on, computer. Okay. Come on. All right. 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Frozen precip rain. Every bit of it's gone. We don't see anything more. Okay. So that is the potential radar that the news channel is showing you guys. Now, a couple things to take into consideration here with the GFS is first, it's going to be temperature. Okay. News station has been telling you guys all along that the temperature is going to be down to freezing closer to midnight tonight, and we can go through here with the GFS, and I can actually show you the freeze line here. Oh, this one is actually kind of backed off here. Earlier, it was showing colder. Earlier, this one was showing around midnight or so, dropping to freezing, and that's when the ice accumulations would have started. It has now kind of backed off a little bit in the last couple hours. It now shows, for those of you, it's going to be right there. Around noon, 9 a.m. around noon tomorrow, we're sitting at 29 degrees according to this. 33 temperature is going to be hitting the freezing zone. So the model is kind of contradicting itself. I know I saw one earlier. I don't know if it's just in between runs right now. Try refreshing it real quick, see if I can get. This is 2 meter sampled air temperature, so we're talking ground level. Yeah, so it's showing 6 a.m., even though earlier it was showing colder than that. All right, so what do we take out of the GFS? Okay, GFS is what the news is showing us, of course. It's showing us getting colder, more precipitation falling. Let's go down to how much total freezing rain could we be looking at with the GFS has us in a pretty staunch pocket here. It's calling for 0.39 hundredths of an inch. Almost 4/10 of an inch of ice, basically. Yeah. 4/10 of ice, that's worst case scenario. For us, that's down limbs, that's power outages, that's worst case scenario is what the GFS is currently showing. Thing about the GFS is, and with a lot of these models, is you're going to see places northwest out towards College Station, hardly nothing. You're going to see towards Fort Bend, hardly nothing. South side of Harris County, nothing. Galveston County, nothing. There's going to be a thin band of sleet, frozen rain that is expected to set up somewhere around Liberty County as well as Montgomery County. And within a 4-hour time period, we are going to see the heaviest amounts of accumulation starting sometime. If you listen to the news, and this is the one based off of the news, or starting around midnight, you'll start seeing light accumulations, but heaviest of it's going to fall tomorrow morning around noon. But this model that the news is running is showing 0.39 tenths of an inch. All right. No snow, unfortunately. Nothing else to look at this GFS. So what I'm going to show you guys now is the current Euro. This is the one that has kept us in a warm bubble the most of the time, and says that most of the worst stuff's going to remain north to us. So first and foremost, we'll start with the temperature. It shows well, it's already kind of wrong because it is currently 39 degrees, 38 degrees. It says that on my deck. And looking here, it shows at midnight it's supposed to be 50. Sorry. Yeah, so it's already slightly off. All right. So we'll still go through it. These are the latest runs. All right. So this is Sunday, noon tomorrow. Still shows we're above freezing. No issues there. It's not until somewhere between noon. Actually, it actually has us going backwards. It actually has us getting warmer tomorrow and coming out of only getting freezing for a couple hours here. That would be best case scenario here. I don't think that's going to happen. I think we are going to drop to freezing sometime tomorrow morning, and we are going to start accumulating some ice. All right, going through the rest of the Euro here. Give us here. Oh, let me show you guys surface pre here so that see what it has to say. This is the one, like I said, it's kept us in a warm bubble the entire time, has not budged off of this, and it's realistically going to, here is 6 a.m. in the morning, we're still above, back here, 6 a.m., we're still above freezing, still showing Montgomery County just receiving a very cold rain, with frozen rain out to the west where it will be freezing. By noon, shows very light accumulation amounts, pushes forward. By 6 o'clock, storm's well east of us, out past Mississippi, New Orleans, out that way. No issues there. We take a look at the accumulation amounts. Well, this one won't even give it to us, but it's going to be, looking at that model, it's going to be less than a tenth of an inch of ice. It's going to be minimal impacts whatsoever. Last but not least, run you guys through real quick, and then I'll give you my opinion on what's going to happen after looking at all these. HRRR, 6 o'clock run of it. HRR is closer to along the lines of GFS and what it's showing. It actually goes back in time till Saturday. All right, let's roll forward. Here's Sunday, midnight. Not a whole lot of moisture around there for us, just a little bit of light pockets of rain. Moving from southwest to the northeast. Ice starting to build to our western counties, northern. 2 o'clock in the morning. Freeze line has not made it to Montgomery County yet. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6, 7. About 7 o'clock in the morning, areas around Conroe, not quite us, will start getting ice according to this model. And out to the west and north of us, it is starting around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning. We start to get into ice. What you're going to see is both the GFS and the HRR. Oops. Computer doesn't like it when I go over to the other screen for some reason. Fast forward back here. Going to see, and both of these models show this. If I can get that without going over. There we go. That we are expecting a very heavy band of ice and snow to set up somewhere in southeast Texas. Models have been very consistent that is going to set up over top of Montgomery County, Liberty County, western portions of Harris County, over towards Katy, and further down. Now, this would be worst case scenario right here. While it is a thin line of storms, it's going to drop a lot in a short amount of time. And according to this model, we are going to be below freezing. So anything at this point that falls within this 3 to 4 hour window here is going to stick and give us the issues we don't want. So this one has it starting right around 10 o'clock tomorrow, 11 o'clock. We are in the heart of the worst problems, and HRR pushes this storm out of here around 2 o'clock. The last little bit of the heavy moisture is pushing out of the viewing area. So it's about a 3 to 4 hour event according to HRR. I'm sorry. Yes, HRR. Take a look here, the temperatures, what time it shows. Okay. It's off as well. It's showing, actually, no, I'm sorry. This is midday. What time is it? It's 9 o'clock currently. All right, so this one's pretty close temperature-wise. It's showing Montgomery County to be at 38 degrees. We are currently sitting at around 38, 39, depending on where you're sitting. So this one's actually pretty accurate, so we'll take this in. Shows that freeze line getting close to us, crawling its way towards Montgomery County. Finally has Porter hitting the freeze line 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So according to this, starting at 9 o'clock, anything that falls from the sky is going to stick to the ground. All right. Last but not least, well, I'll go in time here because I'll give you what the HRR says going forward into Monday. Going forward into Monday, we don't get out freezing. This is noon Monday. It shows us sitting at a balmy 26 degrees. That's not feels like temps. That is real actual air temp, 26 degrees. Cold. More ice means colder temps. And it's showing we're going to be brutally cold. I doubt we get above freezing in this scenario before the day is over. That means any ice is not going to melt off. It will hang around with us for Monday. And with us expected to drop back into freezing Monday night into Tuesday, Tuesday could be an issue too. We could be stuck with this till Tuesday afternoon, possibility according to this model. All right, let's take a look at the freezing rain. Everything starting to the northeast, go out in time. You can see the heavy accumulation right around Montgomery County through the entire event. 0.49, almost half an inch of freezing rain potential somewhere in Montgomery County. We get somewhere close to Porter, and it's 0.41. You get down towards Kingwood, you're looking at quarter of an inch. Some places you're only going to see here 0.15 of an inch. Right? Like wherever the heaviest sets up tomorrow, which is very difficult to tell. We just know there's going to be a line of some sort that's going to bring the ice. Wherever the heaviest falls, it's only going to be hit and miss about 20 miles, give or take less. So some people are going to see it a lot worse than others in the area. This one, like I said, tends to believe it's going to be about a quarter inch to possibly half an inch of ice for Montgomery County tomorrow. That's worst case scenario. All right, go out in time here. Let's go back to, those are the three big models in their current latest runs. Go back to the GFS. Let's take a look at what they have to say for temperature, since temperature is such a big thing. Monday, we're expecting to get above freezing. Ice melts off. This is a day and a half issue. We move on with life. The last model we just looked at did not have that as case. So let's go. It is Saturday. It's 9 o'clock at night. So the 21Z run has Montgomery County at 37 degrees, showing slightly colder than what the actual air temp is outside right now. Move it out in time here. This is the one the news station is using. Sunday, 9 o'clock, showing 33 degrees. By noon, we're below freezing. Sunday, 9 o'clock at night, still below freezing, and we're just going to keep going. It does not have us getting Sunday above freezing. Continue into Monday here. We get down at noon. It is a balmy 21 degrees outside. Very, very cold. By 6 o'clock in the afternoon, has us at 30. It won't let me go. I don't think it'll let me go hour periods here where I can see if we actually get above noon above freezing. That's noon, 21 degrees. Warming slightly to 23 degrees by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. By 6 o'clock shows 30 degrees, so I don't think, according to this model, we're going to get out of freezing either come Monday. It's going to be close. Houston's going to get, downtown will be around 33 degrees. They'll get above freezing, but Montgomery County, Porter, showing below freezing. Oh, there it is. 9 o'clock at night. 9 o'clock at night, we finally get above freezing. 33 degrees. Houston's going to get up to 37 degrees. So at that point, 9 o'clock at night, somewhere between 6 and 9 o'clock, when it goes above, when we would start seeing the ice slightly thaw out at this point. Still would be an issue, but go back midnight, drop back down to 30 degrees, ice refreezes, accumulates on the roads, and yeah, it's an issue again for Tuesday. That's the GFS and what the news is showing you guys. We'll go over here to Euro. Now the Euro has kept us into that warmer bubble I was hoping for. Looks like not going to play out. Fast forward here to that Saturday here. Saturday, 6 o'clock. All right, let's just go to midnight. Midnight has Montgomery County sitting at 41 degrees. We already know it's colder than that by a couple of degrees outside on my deck. So we're already slightly warmer here than what it's showing outside. By 6 a.m., Montgomery County is still sitting at 38 for the coldest air is still sitting over near San Antonio, Austin, College Station, making its way. This thing, you barely touching it. Flipping, go nuts here. At 6 a.m., noon, we're still above freezing. Barely 33, hanging on at noon tomorrow. So what I was showing you tomorrow morning, if this holds true, ice would not accumulate all the way up until noon. All that ice that I'm showing would just be a very, very cold rain. None of it sticks. We're okay. We go to Sunday, 6 o'clock. We actually warm back up almost to 40 degrees. According to this, downtown will reach 40 degrees. We are sitting pretty at 39 degrees. Ice is not an issue. Just stays as a cold rain the entire time, and you go on about your work day like nothing happened. Monday, we drop down to 26 degrees in the morning. That's the coldest. 23 by noon, and by 6 o'clock, we're back up to freezing. So we freeze during the afternoon. We get back up towards nighttime. Now, this one isn't not as reliable. It is a reliable model. It's just not grasping onto this Arctic air very well. This one, the Euro is mainly really, really good for hurricanes, picking up patterns. It's very good at that. Temperatures are not its strong suit. So, I think I covered a lot of things. I think what we're going to probably see in my prediction is we are going to see, if you go outside tonight at midnight and temperatures are at 32 degrees, I just went out there earlier, it was at 37, 38 on my deck, somewhere around there, maybe even 39. Um, if we're sitting around freezing at midnight, it's going to be worse worse than if we get to freezing 9, 10 o'clock tomorrow. If we get to freezing 9 or 10 o'clock tomorrow, we avoid all the potential moisture overnight. Not supposed to be much, but there will be some, and accumulations will be slightly less. This is what the news is picking on. I think I was watching 2 News and some of the other ones are forecasting about 13 hundredths of an inch of ice for us for basically the entire area wide. But I happen to think that we're going to see a heavy band set up for a couple hours, and we're going to probably be picking up at least a quarter inch of ice, which is going to be tree branches down, potential power outages, stuff like that. I hope I'm wrong. Like I said, you go 20 miles either direction. You go 20 miles up to Conroe, you go 20 miles down to Houston, you're going to have completely different situation. Um, you will not have the same. It's going to be hit and miss for a lot of these areas. So, um, yeah, I think we're going to get ice tomorrow, and I am hopeful the less ice accumulation, the better chance we have to warm up Monday afternoon. At least pop a couple of degrees above freezing, melt that off, and then we're good. It's going to be cold, but we'll be good. Now, houses, you guys know, if you were here in 2021, our houses are not meant for this kind of cold whatsoever. Make sure you guys have completed all your stuff. Lifted your wiper blades, moved your car away from trees, do everything. Don't want to make a bad situation worse. So, as far as I know, this is something I teased you guys earlier in the week talking about snow. Um, for next weekend, I don't know how much I want to get into it right now, but I'll just show you what the GFS has for next weekend. This is going out towards Tuesday, Wednesday. We're now into Thursday. Come into Friday. Okay. Saturday, absolutely nothing is what that shows. Absolutely nothing. Oh boy. All right. that basically covers it all. I mean, you have one model showing it's going to be warm. You have two models showing it's going to be cold. There's going to be ice. Whatever falls, it's really hard to pinpoint exactly where the heaviest is going to fall. We know it'll probably be somewhere Liberty County, Montgomery County. Gonna be close. We're cutting it as close as we can. Tenth of an inch, we're good. Quarter of an inch, no good. Um, yeah, there's really nothing to add on here. I think I've covered everything at this. And we can look at some of the other ones, see what the Canadian model seems to think. And it has. This is the Canadian model. You don't really hear about this model much, but what the Canadian model thinks. That's really, really awful for us. I don't even need to talk about it. Getting colder sooner. Total freezing rain according to this model. Almost an inch of ice. Almost an inch of ice. That would be, yeah. I mean, look at Port Louisiana, 3 inches of ice, almost 2.5, according to this model. Now we don't think that's going to play out. So anyway, I am done with this. I hope you guys got something out of this. I hope we fall on the lesser side of the ice accumulation. It's very hard to pinpoint right now. If you go outside tonight at midnight and it's a degree, maybe two above freezing at midnight, well, then you know we're in trouble. If you're out at midnight tonight and it's 37, 38 degrees, we're in better shape. So, yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope all the neighbors make it through just as well as I. Hope we all completed our preparations and we'll get through this and move on to hopefully talking about some snow next weekend. We'll see. We'll see. Models have been going back and forth with that. So, anyway, have a great night, neighbors, and yeah, see you next time. Thank you for watching.